All right, let's go. Joe, Jeff, Nicole, and then I see Dan in the back.
Joe Menzer, NASCAR.com. Clint, that win had been a long time coming for your sponsor. Could you just talk about their reaction to this and how much of a concern that is for you?
Well, I hope they're happy. Like I said, if any of you guys or anybody else thinks that I won that race because not the quarter panels are high, not because the splitter is this much higher, because of some measurement that nobody even understands in this room, or watching on TV. If that won me that race, I'd gladly give it back to them. We won that race on fuel mileage is what it ended up being. If you want to start looking at some, look at our damn fuel cell. How could the quarter panel have won that race? I'm proud of that win. I'm proud of giving General Mills their first win in this sport. They've sponsored this sport, for a long time, and that was a good win for all of us.
Jeff, and then Nicole.
Jeff Hood of RacingToday.com. Clint, a two-part question. Was anyone from RCR allowed to go to the tech center and witness the inspection earlier this week? And also, has there been any dialogue, and what's that been like with NASCAR over the contention that the tow truck push actually caused this infraction?
Yeah, they do call you down there. At what point in the inspection do they call it down there? Who knows? Had they looked at the car before? Probably. That's the thing about the R&D center that I don't like. Who knows? You don't know. To answer that question, I don't have a clue. They were down there at one part in the inspection. I don't know if there was a part that mattered or not. I do know one other fact. The left rear corner panel was split. The bumper cover from the quarter panel, the rivets were pulled out of it, and the left rear quarter panel was kinked. We have a picture of that. I know that if it was hit hard enough to have split that, like I'm saying, it wasn't a half of an inch. You're talking the thickness, less than the thickness of that quarter right there. And could it have moved it that much? I would say that was my only explanation to the whole mess.
What about the dialogue between RCR and NASCAR over the tow truck doing the damage?
They just acted like that was their mind was set before the wrecker even came into the picture. That was the thing. When I told you guys earlier this week that I show up on Friday with my helmet and Friday to Sunday is my job. Anything that happens to those cars Monday through Friday, I don't really know about. I found out about it after the fact. I'm the one after the crew came to me, and said, well, somehow that car's high again. I said, did you tell them that there was a semi pushing the thing after the race? That's a Freightliner. It wasn't a car. It wasn't a pace car pulling it down there. It was a Freightliner.
Nicole, and then Dan.
Nicole Briscoe, ESPN. In other situations like this, we've seen drivers take the PC route, not really go on the defensive. Why do you think it's important for you to make a stand?
Because I feel like we were warned. We were told they were going to take the car. We had no reason to take that thing there out of the box. We knew they were taking that car, and we knew that was a good shot at winning the race. And it didn't matter if we finished 43rd or win. They were going to take that car, and they were going to look at it. And after being warned, if it was out of the box again, they were going to penalize us. They already told us that. Why in the hell would you take a car to the racetrack knowing that they're going to take the car and they're going to penalize you if it's out of the box? We fixed the problem, and that's the only reason that I'm defensive about this. Richard grabbed everybody. I'm telling you, it was an ugly meeting after that warning. This isn't something that was taken lightly. He took everybody involved with that thing, from the fabrication shop to me, to Mike Dillon, everybody, Scott Miller, crew chief, and it was a butt chewing, and it was make damn sure that car passes tech when we go. And I'm telling you, everybody did that. That's why I'm defensive.
Dan.
Dan Gelson, the Associated Press. Clint, did you have any concerns about the Dover car this week? And did you take it to R&D to make sure it was okay?
Good God, I'm talking about last week. It's hard to even focus on this week. That's what sucks. We're riding a momentum wave. Huge boast of confidence over the last month, and we get to Dover and all this mess. This is a good racetrack for me. Won 2 nationwide races here and love this racetrack, and I think we can win again. I sure hope so. I can't wait to be back in this very room talking about wonder if this thing's illegal. I bet not.
But did you know if the car's already been?
I
this week?
just answered that. I don't know.
Okay.
Claire has one up front, ladies.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Does appealing the penalty take energy from Richard Childress Racing right now? Putting all the details together, very complicated situation, and getting it ready to take, to appeal. Does that pull any effort away from the championship effort that needs to be mounted with all forces?
It could, and that's where all the frustration is. I apologize for coming in here and being stern. This isn't me. This is completely out of character for me. I don't like being in this situation. But if somebody paints you, into the corner, you got to be able to, react to it. And does it take away? I'm sure it does. I apologize to Kevin Harvick and Jeff Burton and everybody at RCR for that very reason. This is something that shouldn't have happened, something that's completely complicated. And, I think there's about probably 80% of the people in the media and everywhere else that don't understand what the infraction even was.
Clint, thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck this weekend.